everybody, welcome back to my Pampered Chef channel, Cooking by Sherry. It's Memorial Day weekend, and what does that say about your summertime? It says busy. Going to be having cookouts, parties, graduations, so forth, so on. So I am going to actually show you some quick things that you can do to help launch your Memorial Day weekend celebrations. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some homemade lemonade. Now, I got out our simple slicer, and all you had to do is get 2 lemons and 1 lime. And what I went ahead and did, I guess I should have done this at the beginning. I cut off both ends of the lemon, and then I took our lemon and put it right here in the middle of our slicer, and then you just want to slice down. And this is a really nice, quick way to do your lemons. You can do potatoes in here, you can do tomatoes in here, because I'm actually going to show you 2 different recipes. And then just do the same thing, cut both ends, because you're going to want to use all of your lemon. You want to make sure that your 4 little prongs are actually in your lemon, and then you just basically want to slide this down just like that, and you can see at the bottom they're coming out right underneath. So I've cut my 2 lemons, and then what you want to do is add 1 cup of sugar. Now you don't have to use sugar, you can use Splenda or stevia, whatever kind of sweetener you like. And we're just going to take that, and we're going to push this down and just stir this around. I love this because the handle stays in there at all times. And then what we're going to want to do is just take that out for a couple minutes, and then you want to do the same thing with your lime. Now what I recommend is when you make this, you're going to want to put it in the refrigerator after you make it for about an hour, just to chill it off some. And that way it'll be nice and cold for you and your guest. And again, just slicing up and down, just like that. And you want to add your limes. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. Now it has 2 ways of pouring. You have your strainer, so like with the lemons and the limes, they have seeds, so they're not going to come through. Or you just have your regular sprout that just pours it directly out. I always keep it on strain. And again, you just want to pump it to get all the juices. There we go. And just going to put it in the refrigerator. Alright everybody, the next thing we're going to show you is our manual food processor. Now for me, I love salsa, but unfortunately the sodium in your salsa is a lot, and I have high blood pressure, so I can't eat a lot of salsa. So I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade salsa. And the first thing you want to do is get your onion. Now I have a medium onion, it calls for a small if you're making just for 1 batch, but I'll be making more batches. You just want to cut them, and you just want to take them apart, just like that, and put them in your food processor. And then you want to take your tomato and just cut it, just like that. So we're going to stick that in there. And then we're going to take some cilantro, and it's going to take about 1 teaspoon of cilantro. And then we're going to take 1 piece of fresh basil. Now the recipe doesn't call for basil, but I like basil in my salsa, so if I remember I'll put this on, but if not you'll see it. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to add 2 garlic cloves. Scrape that off just like that. Now this is a really simple recipe, so it doesn't take that long to make. And then we're going to add an jalapeno pepper. Now if you don't like jalapeno peppers, you don't have to put the jalapeno peppers in it. So the nice thing about that is you can make your own salsa the way you like it. And then we're going to take a tablespoon of lime juice. And we're just going to put this right in there, just like that. And then all we're going to do is put the lid on this, and then you're going to pump it. Now the nice thing about this piece is once you're done pumping it, and I usually do it about 20 times, just to make sure everything's stirred up, nice and neat. I'm going to check it, and that looks pretty good. I'll probably do it a couple more times, but just to show you. The one thing about this manual food processor is you can actually take the two pieces right off and keep it in this container. And you can eat your salsa just like this. So, I don't know if you can see it. Do you think they can see that? My cameraman says you can see that. It comes out really nice and fine. Now you don't want to chop it up too much because then it's going to become really, really watery. Now, like I said, a nice thing about this is you can make salsa in it. You can, if you have a baby and you want to make your own food for your baby, you can do your vegetables in here. You can do all different kinds of things. And it comes with a couple different recipes. Now, I have about 35 different salsa recipes for this manual food processor. So if you do purchase one, I will mail you all the recipes that I have for the manual food processor. This piece is dishwasher safe as well as the knife. But you cannot put this piece in your dishwasher because the springs in here, if they get wet from the dishwasher, they're going to rust. And that's going to make your piece not work. Now the nice thing about it, if you have salsa left over, this locks right into place and the lid's set to go, so you can put it right on there. But this is a healthier way, less sodium, to be able to eat more salsa. And I just love it because, like I said, I eat a lot of salsa in the summertime, so this is great. So I hope you enjoy the two things that I showed you. If you have any questions, you know, please leave me a message and I'll be very quick to respond to your question, and we will see you next time.